I knew something was wrong the second the teacher looked at me and said, "Your daughter was already picked up." My stomach dropped. "What are you talking about? I'm her father." She checked the paperwork again, then slowly looked up. She left with her mother. I couldn't breathe, because my wife was supposed to be dead. At least, that's what I believed. I ran straight into the classroom. Empty chair, missing backpack, her little jacket gone. Then I saw her asthma inhaler on the floor, and panic hit instantly. Without it, she could stop breathing at any moment. I ran outside, screaming her name, calling the police with shaking hands. Then my phone buzzed. Unknown number. A woman's voice whispered, "If you want to see your daughter alive, come alone." 30 minutes later, I arrived at an abandoned warehouse. Inside, dim light, dust, silence, and then I heard it. My daughter coughing. "Daddy." I rushed forward and froze. She was in the corner, struggling to breathe. The inhaler was just out of reach, and standing beside her was my wife, the woman I believed I had buried. But something immediately felt wrong. She was too calm, too controlled, like she didn't belong in the moment. I raised my voice, "Stay away from her." Then the door slammed shut behind me, locked. Footsteps echoed in the dark, and my wife spoke quietly. "You were never supposed to come here alone." My daughter coughed harder. The woman beside her picked up the inhaler without urgency, studying me. Then she said, "This was never a kidnapping." My mind broke. What is this then? A second door opened behind the crates, and another woman stepped in. Alive. Real. My wife. The one I thought was dead. She looked at me with fear, not relief, and spoke fast. "I didn't die. I disappeared." Silence. Then she added, "I was working undercover. Witness protection. But the program was compromised. That woman isn't me." The fake wife smiled faintly. "She's telling you just enough truth to make you hesitate." My real wife shook her head. "They used your daughter as bait. Because you were the only person who could identify the leak in the old investigation." Everything suddenly made sense in fragments. This wasn't a kidnapping. It was a trap. Not for my daughter. For me, I was a former investigator who walked away from a case involving the organization they were now trying to expose. The fake woman knelt beside my daughter again. "Time is running out," she said calmly. "Choose the data or her." My daughter's breathing weakened. There was no real choice. I pulled out the encrypted drive I had hidden for years. "Let her go," I said, "and I give you everything." The fake woman nodded slightly. Plug the drive into the terminal. Data began transferring. Slow seconds. 2. Slow. Then sirens. Not inside. Outside. My real wife had triggered a silent police signal before entering. The fake operative froze. "You brought." My wife answered. I ended it. Chaos erupted. The doors unlocked automatically. I ran to my daughter, grabbed the inhaler, and held her as she finally began to breathe again. When I looked up, the fake woman was gone. The drive was gone too, but my wife was still there, exhausted, real, alive, outside. Sirens filled the air as the warehouse operation collapsed. And I finally understood the truth. She didn't fake her death to hurt me. She did it to survive an investigation that had already consumed too many lives and to stop it from reaching our daughter. We didn't get our old life back, but as I held my daughter in my arms, breathing safely again, I realized something simple. We got out.